Morning everyone. You might notice something a little bit different about the Super Soco this morning. Let me just chuck the light on. Well, I was on my way home and I heard this crash, and look, yep, my number plate's come off. Looks like obviously it's come from here. This will be the light just there. Then there's just these two little connections. Where it's connected is just those two little pieces of metal. I'm guessing the wind gets it and the bumps that does this, and it's broke off. Maybe even someone had walked past it and caught it. Obviously this is a legal size number plate. I did put a slightly smaller one on the Harley, so I don't know whether to get one was slightly smaller. Anyway, whatever happens, I'm going to need to do a repair, so this needs to come off. Looks pretty straightforward. Couple of screws there, couple of screws in this piece, and to see if I can weld it back together. Great, eh? Always something in there on these bikes. It's nothing major. Sure, I'll get it sorted. Get a screwdriver and we'll whip it off. Well, as you can see, it's quite easy. Just these two screws here. There must be either a nut on the back fixed, or maybe even something plastic they screw into. It's quite easy to take off. There we have it. Then obviously that is going to have to come out there. Looks like there's a little bolt at the bottom. Allen key to take that off, and that will come off. Just wonder whether I can shove the plate underneath there. I'm going to have a look at that before I go any further. Obviously that's just the same, just a couple of screws come out of there, washers, there it is. Yeah, they've just got little nuts welded on the back. Let's get an Allen key and take that off. Gets off, the bulb just twists out, of this piece. So I've got this off now. Let's have a quick look. Put it on the table. So that's how it goes. Just like that there. Like I say, I think it's probably with the bumps and the wind on the plate doing that, snapped it off. So I'll just have to clean it up and put it back together. Shouldn't be too hard. Hi everyone, so on Friday the number plate snapped off the Super Soco. I hadn't had time over the weekend to get it done. I've been quite busy, so I thought today I'll see if I can put this little bracket back together. I need to clean it up before I can do anything with that. Been using my little e-bike for work this morning. To be honest, I've been using both of them. I've been tending to use the Super Soco for a week and then use my little e-bike for a week, just so as I'm just alternating between the bikes really. While I'm talking about the little e-bike, I've done about 1400 miles now with that, just going that short distance backwards and forwards to work, and obviously used it when we go out camping and stuff. I think at the moment the only thing wrong with it is this LED backlight has give up, and for some reason the horn has give up. It's obviously a wiring fault somewhere, electrical. I'll just put this little flashy light on here for now, which is fine for in the mornings, but eventually I'll get around and have a look at that. That may just be that I've got some water in here because, as I said before, I've split the little switch where I put upside down when I was changing the tyres. Other than that, still going fine. Love it. Gets me backwards and forwards to work. No problem. Right, let's get on with this. That noise you can hear is I've got the old Super Soco up on charge. So like I said, I'm going to need to clean this up so I can try and weld it back together. I may even put a little strengthener on it or something. Still thinking about what I'm going to do here. But let's get on with that. Right, so I cleaned both the areas up with a grinding wheel or sanding wheel where it needs to be welded. So just get a bit of weld on there and clean it up again, and we'll see how we go. I might put something on the back of that to strengthen it, you know, because I'm not convinced that's very strong, but we will see. So as you can see, I'll put a little tack on this side. It's only thin old steel. We will just clamp this off, hang on. Right, so I'll clamp that off, and I'll just get a little bead on this side. You might be able to see, we will find out. Put the camera there, and we'll see what happens. You might be able to see what's going on. Like I say, that is quite thin old plate. Right, let's have a closer look. Should hold that together, shouldn't it? Well, I'll clean it up with the sanding wheel and we'll have another look at it. Cleaned up a bit, let's just take it outside and have a look. Might be able to see a bit better. There we go. Obviously I'll stick a bit of paint on there. Welded both sides, cleaned it up. It's got to be stronger than it was. We'll see how long it lasts. But ain't got to be pretty or anything. It's only to hold on the number plate. So I think I'll get a little bit of black paint on that. I might get it on the bike first, so then I can just leave it to dry. We'll see, like I say, how long will it last. For some reason that was very flimsy. So all I need now is to put this back together. Obviously put this on first, which holds the little bulb, which is here, and then bolt it to the bike, so that'll go that way around. Actually that's going to cover up somewhere I've ground off, so I think I'm going to have to stick a bit of paint on that first. I'll see if I've got anything that'll dry quick. There's some spray paint. Got up here. Matte black. That'll do. Anything just to cover it up. Like I say, it's just a number plate. What's this one here? White gloss. I may have some black gloss here somewhere. I'll have a quick look round. There we go, stuck a bit of paint on that. Might take a little while to dry because it's quite cold today. It was actually frosty this morning. Roads weren't icy or anything, just car windscreen, so it's obviously getting towards the winter time. I really need to get this Harley out for a spin before they start putting the grit, the salt on the roads. I think I'll try and do it this week. If we get a nice day, I'll go for a little spin and fill it up with petrol before I put it away for the winter. I always keep it on a trickle charge anyway to keep my batteries topped up. I do like to give it a nice run and fill it up with petrol before I stop using it. Although I haven't used it a lot at all this year, have I? But 2023, hopefully get out on the Harley more. Alright, so all I can do now is just wait for this paint to dry a bit, and then we'll put this back together. Just finished tightening up the little number plate light on the back there. Obviously that's got to go on there now, and then the number plate will sit on that bracket underneath. Simple really, isn't it? Let's put that bulb in. You might be able to see. Basically the bulb just fits in and twists, and that's it, into place. And these are just two Phillips screws here. One in that side. On this side, I won't tighten them right up yet, so I need to get that plate on, which just sits there like that. Some little washers on that, bolt through there. And that I'll just do up into the back of there. Nothing hard, not rocket science. Just wondering though whether it's just mine was broke or other people's have done the same. I mean, why did it happen? I'm not 100% sure. To be honest, I do catch the number plate on this quite a few times when it's in this garage. So I could have done it myself, or could have been where I was parked, someone's hit it. You just don't know, do you? There you go, just tighten these up. There we go, everything's nice and tight. The paint is dried, good as new. We'll see how long that lasts. Let me know if the same has happened to your bike, or whether it's just me being unlucky. Like I say, I do catch it when I'm walking about in the garage sometimes. And I do go down some bumpy roads, but that seems quite firm now. Before that seemed a bit flimsy, so maybe it's even better. But we will see. So that's that repair done. So that leaves me to say thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.